Hi there, and welcome to Aaron Holtz Farms. I'm Janna, and I grew up here on the farm. I'm currently studying clothing, textiles, and material culture at the University of Alberta. I thought I'd use a bit of what I'm learning to share with you about some of the clothing choices made here on the farm in terms of workwear. We'll be looking at two different pairs of pants today. The first is a basic pair of khaki pants made by Cool that Valerie wears around the farm pretty much every day. The second pair of pants we'll talk about today is a pair of waterproof pants made by Splasher Outerwear that our dad Ewald wears during calving season. We're going to compare these two pairs of pants based on their fiber, chemistry and structure, yarn structure, and fabric structure. The Cool pants are made of 98% cotton and 2% spandex. Cotton is a cellulosic fiber, which means that it comes from a plant, the cotton plant, and is formed from cellulose molecules. On the other hand, the Splasher pants are made of 100% nylon, which is a synthetic material. These fibers contribute to many properties of the work pants. Cotton has a fairly good flat abrasion resistance, which means that when you rub along the surface of the fabric, it will resist wear for a while. Unfortunately, when the cotton fibers are bent, an abrasive action can break the fibers and tear the cell walls, causing damage like what you can see here on the hems. The cellulose molecules in the cotton fibers may contain many amorphous regions with many hydroxyl groups, which attract water, giving cotton excellent absorbency. This isn't always the best on the farm. A study by Span et al. Showed that cotton clothing allows about 10% of pesticides to migrate through the fabric to the skin, and migration was greatest on areas of the body including the chest, forearm, and legs. This can be dangerous to the farmer's health, so when Valerie works with chemicals, she wears different clothing. Another property of these pants is their elongation, which is not related to the cotton fibers, but to the spandex. Within the molecular chains of the spandex fiber, there are areas made of polyester or polyether that are highly amorphous and coiled. When placed under tension, these areas straighten, allowing the fiber to stretch. When the tension is released, strong hydrogen bonds connecting crystalline areas made of polyurethane pull the sections back to where they were, preventing the fiber from being permanently deformed while stretching. Let's move on to the Splasher pants. The nylon fibers are formed from long polymer chains that connect atoms together in a linear zigzag configuration. This allows the molecules to pack closely together, kind of like a zipper, creating many crystalline regions. These regions contribute to a relatively high tenacity, meaning that the fibers won't break easily. The tight packing of the polymer chains also makes the fiber water resistant and gives it low air permeability. Not much can get past those polymer chains, which is great when a farmer doesn't want their skin to be in contact with what's on the other side of their clothes. The low air permeability also means that the farmer's body heat won't be swept away by the wind. Nylon fibers are very smooth along their length. This allows them to pack closely together when they are made into yarn, contributing again to water repellency and low air permeability. Fibers are spun together to form yarns, and the way that a yarn is structured can also affect the garment property. In the Cool pants, the yarns are core spun, which means that the short cotton fibers are spun around the long spandex fiber. This allows the spandex to share its property of elongation with the cotton. The cotton fibers, as they are spun, are twisted together enough to hold together well, but not so much that they become rigid. This leaves just enough space in the yarn for water to be absorbed. In the Splasher pant, the nylon fibers are left in filament form, which means that they're very long. Filament fibers become weaker if they're given too much twist, so the yarns are formed with a very low twist. This allows the nylon to retain its good tenacity. It also means that the yarns, like the fibers, are very smooth and can pack closely together, which contributes to water repellency and low air permeability. Once the yarns are formed, they can be interconnected to form a fabric. Both of these work pants have woven fabric structures. The Cool pants are formed of a twill weave, which leaves the fabric surface fairly smooth. This helps out with the flat abrasion resistance. The fabric also has a relatively high yarn count, so individual yarns can't get caught and pulled out. The Splasher pants are formed with a plain weave, which means that every yarn interlaces at every intersection. These interlacements allow the yarns to share a breaking force, so the tenacity of the pants is increased because the interlacements are maximized. There is also quite a high yarn count in these pants, which reduces the flow of air and water through the pants. To increase the water repellency even more, these pants have a waxy water repellent coating added to the inside. Alright, I've talked enough about these pants. Let's hear from the actual farmers about what they think of their pants.
I like that they are durable and they are comfortable. These ones will sort of get scratched. They won't tear right away.
Well, the main thing is that I don't get wet.
I don't really like that they're stretchy. The constant wear.
The only thing is when it's warm outside, they're actually really warm because they don't breathe or anything?
You know, that's a good point. According to a study by Kofler et al., evaporation is important in increasing endurance for physical tasks. Workwear like the splasher pants can reduce physical endurance by up to 10%, reduce evaporation by up to 21%, which leads to a higher core temperature, and can accelerate sweat loss. That's not really ideal when you're working hard on the farm, but no one garment is going to be perfect for every farm task. Thanks so much for watching today. If you have questions about other things that farmers wear, leave a comment and maybe I'll answer in a future video.